It is a privilege to be able to work with them, let alone own them in captivity, watch what they do, and I can't wait to have a new setup in the future where it's a walk-in enclosure so the king cobras can feel free. They can feel free to roam around, they'll be able to climb and do what they do like they'd be in the wild. It helps a lot to be able to travel the planet and see these guys out in the wild. When I was in Thailand, I got to see where wild king cobras live in the mountains, beautiful rivers. So I'm going to use all that information that I've learned while traveling and apply it to captivity to make their lives the best as can be here in Florida at my future facility. Such a beautiful snake. I love Kevin. He's such a beast. What is going on, my beautiful, wonderful people from all around the world? How you guys doing? Welcome back to my wildlife. I'm just hanging out here in the reptile house with my friend Walker right here. Say what's up, Walker.
What's up, Walker?
I didn't tell him I was going to put the camera on him, but we're doing it. This is Walker. He's a badass mofo. Dives with sharks, dives with crocs, dives with supermodels. Hey, he's a cool guy. He's all over the place. But anyways, I'm going to be feeding some animals today. And I've got, let's see, I've got some grapes in here, some good grapes. And you know what the grapes are really good for? Follow me. Finn, come here. Here he knows. Finn, food! Give him some grapes. This is Finn the fly river turtle, if you guys are new to the channel. Also known as a pig-nosed turtle. They're from Papua New Guinea in northern Australia. An awesome species of turtle. Only member of its genus. And they're really, really unique in the fact that they are one of the only freshwater turtles that truly look like a sea turtle with their special little fins. Hence the name Finn. I know I got really creative with it. So let me drop a couple more grapes in there. Drop one right over there so you can see it. If you guys notice, there's a lot of different fish in here. I got a bunch of African cichlids. I got a huge variety of colors in here so it makes the tank pop. It's a hardy fish that can handle being with the turtle. And they produce so much that, well, if Finn decides to have a little sushi, it's not a problem. We got plenty more of them. I got the other grapes right here that can go to Benita. Benita's hanging out. She's right here on this other side of the waterland tub. We're gonna upgrade her to a big pool pond eventually, or probably a tank. She loves her grapes. She might actually eat in front of you guys too. There she goes, look at that. She's a sweetie. She's a little shy, but once she sees food, she's very enticed. All right, you take your time. We got other things to do. Anyways, add some more grapes. Throw the rest of these in. There we go, very nice, very nice. Now, can't ignore the child of the house, my little baby right here. I love this little guy. You guys love him too. Little Ziggy. I'm gonna smooth my Starbucks cup. Thank you, Walker. Not sponsored. Not sponsored at all, so don't even think about it, Starbucks. Ziggy, you want some food? I got a wrap up for you. Come on, Ziggy. Whoa! Come on, Ziggy. Good boy. He's growing like a weed. This crocodile's gonna be so big before you know it. Ziggy, come on. Good boy. He's living the best life. I can't wait for him to be outdoors so he can start getting that natural sunlight. Let me see, I got some more rats over here. Let's actually feed Bruce. Bruce is in a bit of a hankering for some food. Bruce! Bruce! What are you doing, Bruce? Bruce, want some food? Oh, there we go. Good boy. Notice how he always raises his head to eat his food. All crocodilians must take their head above the surface of the water because they have what's called a special palatal valve that keeps the water from flowing into their lungs. They keep it sealed, but when they're ready to eat, they must come above that surface so they can swallow down that food. Otherwise, they drown. Poor Brucey's looking at me right now. He's like, you gonna give me that rat? Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh! All right, you can have the other half there. Okay, all right. Anyways, guys, let's keep it a little cleaner than that. So these are the lace monitors. They're getting as big as can be, and obviously I like for my friends to come over and handle them and work with them so they get socialized. These animals are an ambassador species for the lace monitor, so it's really good to have. Jack's about to go crazy.
You think he's gonna take my hand off for this?
Oh, use tongs for sure. They'll bite your fingers. There you go. Or you want to put your arm out and I'll lead him up you?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, there we go. Let's put that arm up.
You want to use Jack here?
Oh yeah, it's definitely Jack. Extend your arm out like crazy. Just like that, yeah. Jack. Oh, Jack, come on. You know, watch your arteries, watch your veins. There you go.
Hey there, Jack.
Bring your arm over. Just stay right there, and he'll eventually get comfortable with you. Come on, Jack. Slow. Oh, that wasn't slow. He's just so fast.
Hey, Jack, come here, man. Just relax. Perfect. Get the next one ready, because once he gets that one down, he's going to say, ready. Hey, Jack. Ready?
Good boy. Don't eat the tongs, man. Just let go of the tongs. Perfect.
first time I saw this lizard, he was about half the size. And that was 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, 5 weeks ago. They're growing like crazy. You got Lacey here. He's the normal lace monitor. My normal, he's just got that tiger pattern with a really dark black on the head. And like I've said in other videos, these guys come in many different localities. So there's actually like a sandstone. Don't do it! Don't do it! Eat your food. Good boy. In Sydney, they actually have what's called like a Sydney sandstone, and it's like a tiger, just yellow and black stripes. So that's another cool lace monitor I'd like to get in the future. But for right now, I do enjoy these guys. They're gorgeous. They just need a little bit of time to work with, and they'll be tame as puppies. Really good. I love these lizards. I love them so much. So cool. And what's really interesting is this species will actually utilize termite mounds in the wild for nesting. The female lace monitors will find a good termite mound, dig into it, find the right depth, and then put their eggs inside that cavity, and the termites will build the mound back over the nest. And then later on, the babies will break out. And it's believed that the mom will come back to the nest and bury up the termite mound to help the babies get out. So just like a mother crocodile. They're super interesting. I know Walker loves lace monitors. It's very few opportunities to get to work with these guys in captivity here in America. Try and fill them up a little bit. They didn't really eat much yesterday. They had a little snack. I try to
feed them every day?
Almost every day. I have like a fasting day, and depending on what I feed them and how light the diet will be that day, I'll spread it out. Because consistently feeding them when they're small, it's good for growth, obviously, since they're babies. But as they get older, I know. Dude. I actually have to get new tongs because he's actually ripped the rubber, and I'm worried that he might pull a piece off and eat it. So I have to get new. Look at this. His teeth are so sharp.
It's like little razor blades, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace this. He's like, this is for me, thank you, bro. It's so good. It's like the scene from Jurassic Park when the raptor's trying to get through the log.
Yeah, literally. Are you seeing the video of that green tree monitor using its foot?
Yes.
Let's see if we can see how smart these guys are.
We should test
He
that
has
out.
a little nibble, a little taste. Come on, Jack.
He's like, here's Jackie.
Come in, Jack. He's biting the bark. Do you see that he like put his mouth in the bark there? Come on, Jack.
He's like, stop, torture me.
Can we give it to him?
Yeah, just give it to him.
Hey, Jack.
Put it over here so he can run out. Immediately, no hesitation.
Don't put your hand there.
It's good. They're happy. I'm happy. I can close it. They can bask. Now they got full bellies. Yeah, I thought I'd introduce Walker to the channel because you guys are going to see a little more of him in the future. He's a mad free diver, and he's been teaching me how to free dive better and safer. And also, he likes sharks, and crocodiles, and reptiles. You know what that means? We have things in common. So in the future, we're going to go diving, possibly with some, I don't know, mako shock.
We're gonna start easy first with the nurse sharks.
Some stingrays.
We just taught you how to swim.
I just learned how to swim yesterday. I don't need the floaties on my arm anymore.
He did dive 50 feet though, on one breath.
Really? It was 50?
Yeah, a little deeper maybe.
It was 70 actually.
No,
First dive.
It
It was an 8-foot dive.
You equalized.
Yeah, I equalized. You want to tell a story about equalization and all that when I came up?
Yeah, the first time we dove, he couldn't clear. And it's kind of common for people who have to dove, so he was trying to equalize. And I think it was your right ear that kept on locking. And I've never seen this before, and if anyone has any idea exactly what happened, I mean, I've been freediving for a long time. I've taken classes, I've been part of teaching classes. But he had like a crazy nosebleed, but no pain. He was able to clear, he dove down. And I mean, to tell the full story, I went down to the bottom. I was laying on the bottom. It was probably like 60 feet, a little bit deeper than that. And we were spearfishing and trying to get some food. And when I surfaced, every time I would surface, I would look for where Chandler is. And when I looked over to my right, where he was before, he wasn't there. So I started looking around everywhere. And then I looked down, and all I saw was him coming out of the murky green water. I mean, in Miami, we get crystal clear blue days, but there was a little bit of a murk layer. And he was coming up, and he was the biggest smile on his face because he wasn't able to equalize.
Yeah.
And once he got up, he looks at me, and his mask was full of blood. He had a crazy nosebleed. There was no pain, and I think he's good to go. So
I popped up. I was like, I did it. And he's like, yeah, but your face! I'm like, look! Oh!
I was like, you're bleeding. He's like, I am? I was like, yeah. And his mask was almost full of blood and he didn't know yet, but he'll be good.
So basically what I'm trying to say is he's teaching me how to free dive, and we're going to be diving with really cool animals in the future. Manta rays, sharks, crocodiles, lots of really cool stuff. So got a good camera guy for underwater. We're going to see some cool stuff in the future. Anyways, we got a lot to do. I thought before I moved on to the next thing, I'd show you that the mangrove snake setup is going really well. All the fish are thriving. We've got all the mollies and the assorted fish in here. The mangrove snake's up here. It looks like he went to the bathroom a little bit. Like I said before, this is a nocturnal species, so usually he's sleeping during the day, coming out at night, and the sun's just setting now, so it's not too bad to bring him out. He's about to start waking up anyways. So as you can see, he still has that nose rub, but with lots of water in this setup and food, hopefully he's going to be shedding a lot soon, and that nose rub will eventually go away. This is an awesome species of rear-fang snake. You know, just going to put him right back in. Put him right back in the enclosure. There we go. You might go for a swim. And I love the Buddha. I love how we took the Buddha and put it inside this enclosure. You know, the Wagler's pit viper was in the center of the room, and I've had that snake for so long. It was a shame that that setup had to go because the snake passed away, but at least we could use the statue in this setup, another Southeast Asian setup, so I'm happy we could recycle some of the bits from the last setup. Anyways, we got some king cobras to clean. We gotta bathe some king cobras. Yes, I said bathing, because I like to get scrub and dub with my king cobras. What's wrong with that? So Walker's gonna have the lid ready. Walker's learning to work with venomous reptiles, even though he's grown up here in Florida, and he's getting the opportunity to get his venomous reptile hours with me. Because like I said before, you have to have a lot of hours, no less than a year working with these animals so you can get a permit. So Walker's working up to getting permits. He's worked with exotics, he's worked with a lot of dangerous animals, and I've known him since I was like 15. So that's why I'm saying I'm giving him hours. I don't do this for everyone. This is a very, very dangerous career, and he needs the permits for his future, okay? So we're gonna get into it. It's gonna be spicy, and you're gonna learn a whole lot today. Hey, pay attention. I just noticed this now. We just fed the kings not too long ago. They went to the bathroom, and immediately with a new meal, a nice big meal, Justina is going to shed. Look at that. Super opaque eyes. Take a look. Completely filled with liquid underneath the old skin. It's starting to separate. So in a couple of days, she's going to shed off that whole entire chunk of skin, which means I have to be careful in handling her. Not just because it can disrupt the process of shedding, but also because she becomes way more cantankerous when she's in the shedding process. She's basically blind right now, and we all know that Justina's real feisty and cantankerous. Now she's going to be extra cantankerous. How many times have I said cantankerous in this episode? None of your business! Are you keeping track? I don't care, cantankerous. Chandler's a bit cantankerous today. It's hot! It's Florida! Global warming! Stop this! You're destroying the planet! Pay attention! Look! Walker loves the ocean! He's crying! He sees the sea turtles with the straws in their nose! Ah, poor guy, poor guy. Alright, come on, we gotta mess with king cobras. Alright, so first, we're gonna be dealing with Kevin. He is on high alert right now. Let me see. He's pooped everywhere. This is super important that we clean the cage. We don't want a buildup of ammonia in the cage and have him breathing that in. You want to make sure he has a healthy, clean environment. Come here, Kevin. Hey, very investigating. That's not true. Here. All right. Now that I've got his last third, you can support him and take him out. Oh, he's a big boy. You're getting so big. Oh, I gotta stop feeding you so much. All right, there we go. We got Kevin, the king cobra. Kevin is doing good. He's looking phenomenal in coloration. We want to get him to soak. So, we're gonna come right into the can. He's really wiry today. He's all over the place. Oh. Come over here with the lid. Ready? Go. Perfect. Just a little sweat on the tip of my nose. And that's only because the AC is really crapping out on me right now. We're getting the AC fixed here. Woo! Mamma mia, how's that? Very nice.
My heart's racing.
Very spicy. What do you think? What do you
I
think?
think that if you didn't work out this morning, you wouldn't have been able to lift that snake the way you did.
Well, where do I work out?
At this little place called Design Performance.
Oh, Design Performance? One of our good friend Marty, who's been training me lately? Oh, that place. Anyways, we've got a lot to clean, and you know what it means when it comes to cleaning. It means putting the time in to take care of animals. And you know what you need to put the time in to take care of animals for? To get your license here in the state of Florida. So Walker is going to help me clean this poop, because this is a part of the process of getting your hours to get a venomous snake license here in Florida. You're going to clean a lot of poop. Oh, mama, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna taste it really quick.
It's on your hand, man!
Dude, I didn't know it exploded in there. Jesus.
Yes, he has explosive diarrhea. The king cobras have a crazy fast metabolism, similar to a reticulated python in the way that they'll eat, and the next day they're already crapping out. So what we're gonna do is take all the glass out. We're gonna go through this, scoop out all this poop. I have a mix of chlorhexidine in here that's diluted with water. We spray it down, killing all the germs. So let's get into it. All right, guys, we're gonna start getting all these clumps out. I'll just grab a bunch of it with a paper towel at first. Getting all that crap out because it is nasty. It is wet and fresh, and you want to get it now before your animals end up sitting in it and breathing in all that nastiness. I have OCD when it comes to the animals. If they poop in the enclosures and I see it, I take care of it. There's no once a week cleaning, none of that. It's spot cleaning every day I walk in the room. If I was in a room and I couldn't go anywhere else, and I took a dump in the corner, I'd really like it if someone came in there and handed me something to clean it with. See how strong it is? You can smell it. Now I have someone else here who can take in the aroma, and you can really get a good whiff of that ammonia and how nasty it is. And literally, it can kill your snake if there's not enough ventilation. So that's why they're in these Vision cages. They have the best ventilation when it comes to these custom cages. Big shout out to Vision Products out there. Send me some free stuff, Vision Products. Watch this. Let me show you a special technique. No one's going to teach you this in the world of handling venomous reptiles and clean. You ready? You take the paper towel and you go. No! And that's how you get the good stuff.
You dropped your clothes like that.
Thank you very much. I'm teaching you a lot. I hope you appreciate this.
I'm taking notes.
Hey, Walker! Throw it over here! Oh! Oh man, this kid's got a arm on him. Now we're gonna put mulch in here. We're gonna add mulch because it was supposed to be a spot clean, but man, he had to poop on at least 25-30% of this cage. That's a good percentage. That's a lot of meatballs. A lot of stinky stew, if you know what I mean. Alright guys, we got the cypress mulch. We're gonna shake it up. We're gonna shake it up. We're gonna go in like a great white bite. Like,
That's pretty good.
you like that?
Yeah.
See, they don't teach you this in the books. Thank you, Walker. I really appreciate it.
Dude, I really appreciate it.
It's cool to be able to work around these animals. They're badass.
I just like playing with mulch.
Alright, kid, if you want to learn how to work with king cobras, it's all about motion, locomotion. You want to distract the king cobra. But before you work with the king cobra, you got to start off with objects that can't kill you. So see this window? Imagine it's the king cobra. You see the king cobra. You want to distract it, right? You put your hand from its face and go like that. And that's what you're going to do to this glass. Like that. Distract the cobra.
What happens if you're left-handed?
It's okay, distract the cobra even harder. Get all the smudges out of the cobra.
Alright.
Get all the smudges out of the cobra's face. Clean the cobra's face. Clean his cloaca. Or distract the cobra. Distract it. Ready? And then you go. I'm done with the cobra.
I'm not done.
Not done with the cobra. 1 second. You're gonna be a snake master in no time.
Thank you.
You're a cool guy. Now we just need the water bowl. Fresh H2O. It's so good. It's so hot right now. If it's not good enough, if it's not good enough for your animals, it's not good enough. Yo, save some for me. It's good. All right, brother, we're about to put back this king cobra. I just want you to watch what I do and learn from my moves. Notice, I'm gonna be in front of Kevin, and you're gonna see me do that motion. You're gonna be like, sensei. All right, so now that the cage is clean, we can put Mr. Kevin back. He's been enjoying his bath. This is really good for hydrating and helping with the shed process, which is really good for Justina because she's next. Oh. All right, so we're gonna open it up. Hey, Kevin. What's up, dude? He's right here, hanging out by the lip. What's going on, man? How you feeling? You're enjoying your bath? You enjoying your day at the spa? Just gonna turn it a little bit so I can start to take him out.
So smart.
Super intelligent animal. All he's doing is reading everyone in the room. He knows you're not too much of a familiar face, so he's wary. You know, he doesn't know Walker too well. Ruth, my camera operator and editor, Kevin's gotten quite used to her, and obviously Kevin knows me. These snakes are extremely smart animals. They are not dumb reptiles. I'm telling you guys, in between those eyes is a very intelligent snake, and that's why they have my utmost respect. I love king cobras. It is a privilege to be able to work with them, let alone own them in captivity, watch what they do, and I can't wait to have a new setup in the future where it's a walk-in enclosure so the king cobras can feel free. They can feel free to roam around, they'll be able to climb and do what they do like they'd be in the wild. It helps a lot to be able to travel the planet and see these guys out in the wild. When I was in Thailand, I got to see where wild king cobras live in the mountains, beautiful rivers. So I'm going to use all that information that I've learned while traveling and apply it to captivity to make their lives the best as can be here in Florida at my future facility. Such a beautiful snake. I love Kevin. He's such a beast. What's going on, big boy? We got Kevin out of the can, checking him out, just making sure he's got everything going right for him right now. He's got no scale rot, no abscesses. He's nice and clean. He's hydrated now, so he's content. And his cage is nice and clean, so we're gonna put him back now. Nice and smooth. There we go. Look at him, such a beast of a king. Look, going over my shoulder, he's a beast, look at that. Right back into the enclosure. True dragon. I can't wait for these guys to be in walk-in exhibits. It's gonna be awesome. Walker, you wanna close that glass for me? Perfect. Nice. Very good, right? He's good. You wanna do Justina now? Yeah. Justina's next, and let me make this clear. Kevin, he's okay with me. He tolerates me. If I make wrong move, he will bite me. He's still a wild animal. Justina, she gets one chance to land her mouth on me, she will bite me, and she will envenomate. Especially now that she's in the deep shedding process and she cannot see me. So she's extremely dangerous right now, which is why we're gonna get right into it. So let me get the keys. She's right here. She's all fired up today. Gotta be real gentle, because while they go through this shedding process, if I injure the skin or stress the skin too much, it makes shedding a hole very difficult. And we don't want that to be an issue with the king. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out. Like I said, she's a bit wiry today. And she's actually got some fecal matter on top of her hood, right there. You see that? She's got poop right there. So it's very important that she soaks, because out in the wild, when a king cobra poops, it's not going to be in the same area as its poop the whole time, like they're in captivity. So they need to get out of that poop. They need to clean themselves off. If there's an issue, like right now where she's got poop on her scales, in the wild she could go through a river and clean herself off. In this situation, she has a water bowl. She doesn't have a big area to soak down. So it's extremely important that I take these king cobras out. See, she's super defensive. That I take these king cobras out and I soak them so they can hydrate. It helps with the shedding process, and also it keeps them clean. So in a sense, yes, these king cobras are getting baths, and it's very important for them in captive life. Look at this. I'm going to try and move around so you can see the gaping. Look at this. Now Walker, pay attention. You ready for this? See the move I showed you?
Thank you, Sensei.
Alright, so let me get around. She's super high alert. Walker, why don't you hand me that hook over there? I'm going to use the hook to guide her in a different direction. Oh, look at her. Super fired up right now. Alright. loosen the cam, close the lid, she's down the water. Perfect. Good job. All right, now let's clean that enclosure and by we get in there, Walker. Get in there. Dive in. Come on. Dive on in. Dive in there. All right. That's. Look. That's a spicy meatball, Walker. Yes. Pizza pie. All right, so
She's way clean, huh?
yeah, he ate just a little bit more, but she's probably still digesting some. Actually, that was a lot of poop. That may have been most of it. I know when they're officially done digesting the python, once you see the scales and the poop, because that's the last thing that comes out when they're digesting.
You know, then there was definitely
So scales?
Yeah,
so that's the last of it. That's good. They poop so much, it's insane. All right, so we gotta clean this glass. And you're gonna keep practicing the distraction, right? With the paper towels and
Practice makes perfect.
that's right. Walker, tell me your craziest King Cobra story.
So about 10 minutes ago, there's this guy that's a maniac. Well, not a maniac. He knows what he's doing. I've seen a lot of people handle snakes, and he's definitely talented. But yeah, to move two adult, different King Cobras that both aren't friendly like that, it's pretty, gets your heart racing.
All right, guys, I've got her right here. I just had to take an extra second to soak her a little more. She still had some poop on the back of her hood. And I was trying to rub it off. It's just, there we go. That was the last little bit. Ugh. She is so fired up today. She's super upset with the whole situation. I don't want to stress her out too much, but I just want to make sure we got all that poop off. Oh, I just want to make sure I got all that poop off of her, because we want to make sure that her scales don't get any kind of rot of any kind. Relax. Nice and easy. She's upset. I'm just a threat to her at this moment, so I need to be as smooth and calm as possible to put her back with ease. All right. There she goes. Today the King Cobras were really fired up. They were not having it. But that's perfectly fine. These are wild animals and you cannot expect them to act like puppy dogs all the time. That's why they're King Cobras. Locked, secure, we're good to go, Walker. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Good buddy of mine, Walker. Check him out on Instagram. Badass freediver. You'll see more of him in the future because we're going to be doing some badass shark dives and dives with other species of animal on the planet. So more to see from this guy. I'll see you on the next one. Stay beautiful, stay safe, wash your hands, and Black Lives Matter.